part two. I always do these parts. They're only a couple seconds long. You're like, part two? What is it? 5 seconds long. Um, Part two of the letter of the law. The letter of the a law, I mean, God's law or man's law, is not concrete. It's a guideline. It should be to smart people. It's a guideline. Like in the New Testament, they say, Jesus says, if you lust after a woman in your heart, you commit adultery, right? So the letter of the law is not to lust, right? But does Jesus say not to lust? Or the context of it is you're gonna lust, but when you lust, say no to it, right? Fight it off in your heart. The war is in your heart. It doesn't say don't lust. Well, you're gonna lust, but it's how you handle that. Are you gonna kick it out of you and get used to not lusting and then be free of it? Or are you gonna let it control your life, man? So, but the letter of the law, God's not going to convict you if you look lustfully after a woman and in your mind are really grotesque or whatever. I mean, He'll forgive you, man. And, I mean, it's a war. Your mind's a battlefield. That what's her name? She wrote that book. Come on, help me out, somebody. Yeah, Joyce Myers. Someone just said in my spirit, Joyce Myers, right? But the mind is a battlefield, and you gotta fight, and fight, pray. The serenity prayer, if it whoops you, and there's a demon or there's a obsession or a habit, whatever it is, the serenity prayer, if you pray to God and you believe that God is not making you or putting it to your attention to change, you do your best. But the serenity prayer, you got to accept the things that you can't change, but have the wisdom to know if I can change this, maybe I should invest in trying to change to be right with God. But if I can't change it, I have to have the wisdom to say, Kevin, you can't change this right now. Just instead of fighting a losing battle, just accept it and your life will be easier, right? So knowing God, the closer you get to God, the better your life is in faith. It grows and it grows and it gets better and it gets better in a sense that, you get more complete. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. But the thing is that in poor neighborhoods, the cops go by the letter of the law, right? And the law has never been intended for the letter of it. It's other factors. That's why we have judges. But judges are convict, convict, convict. You have this, this out of 1 million people in a class, he scored second to last public defender. He spends 2 seconds with you. Are you guilty or innocent? You're innocent? Well, this is a hard case to win. All right, next guy. But yeah, it's not and that's why Jesus and his disciples, I believe, ate on the Sabbath. They worked, picked from the grains, right? And it's never been the letter of the law. The Pharisees point out, oh, you're men work and gather on the Sabbath. It's not. It's the heart of the law, right? And what's the heart of the law? The heart of the law is to love thy Lord thy God with all thy mind, strength, and heart, or something like that. The context, the paradigm is what's important. To love God with everything you have. And when you love God, He works through you, and He blesses you, and He protects you. There's no condemnation for those that are in Christ Jesus. I like preaching a little bit. All right, well, have a good one. That's all. Because the word of the Lord had come unto me. He tells me to